We're here with Dr. Abdullah, the Chief Executive of Afghanistan. I know you're wrapping up your visit to the United States, and the biggest thing to come out of the trip, I know, has been President Obama has committed 9,800 American troops to stay in Afghanistan through 2015. Why is that American presence still required? I mean, why did you request it?
It was requested and it is required because of the circumstances within Afghanistan. We lost 1 or 2 years before the inauguration of the new unity government. At such times that our leadership was not appreciative of the efforts made by the United States and contributions made. I mean, I'm talking about former President Karzai. And the bilateral security agreement was not signed. And then we had the political transition in 2014. All of those circumstances created a gap that we had to address it. And then the assessment by the U.S. generals on the ground, as well as our own security officials, was that we need, in order to be able to deal with the challenges that we are faced with, at the same time, in order to enhance the capacity of our forces, that flexibility was needed. And we are grateful that President Obama has announced that flexibility.
And how much of your motivation to request continued American presence is kind of what's happened in Iraq, where the U.S. just left and didn't leave that continued presence?
So that is that Iraq situation in a different context, but at the same time, in Afghanistan, you have the United States has invested a lot in blood and treasure, and it's important that those achievements are preserved. And that was based on our own assessment, but also there are lessons about other in relations to other circumstances as well.
And how are you and President Ghani different than President Karzai in regards to your the way you approach the United States?
The first thing is that there is a new chapter opened post inauguration of the Afghan unity government. We signed the bilateral security agreement with the United States on the first day after taking office. We signed the status of force agreement with NATO in the same day, and also our parliament approved it. We are grateful to the support that the United States has provided to Afghanistan. We are appreciative. We are honoring the sacrifices which are being made. So the true spirit of partnership was revived after a few years of missed opportunities, which I referred to earlier. It is in true spirit of partnership that we talk about the challenges that we are faced. We talk about the opportunities and joint interest. And this is not just in the leadership level, but that's also in every level in tier of cooperation on the ground.
You just touched on the support that the U.S. has provided Afghanistan over the years. I mean, how do you ensure that the sacrifices weren't in vain, and that do you think Afghanistan can be self-reliant?
It has to be. It has to be. We have set a target of 10 years for self-reliance, and this is the path ahead of us. And this is also our responsibility towards our own people, because those sacrifices are also a result of our own people. Those achievements are a result of our own people's sacrifices, as well as our international partners, which the United States has been leading figure amongst our international partners. Those are achievements which are irreversible. At the same time, in order to consolidate them, we need support.
And last question, I know Afghanistan obviously has an interesting power sharing agreement. I mean, what is your role as chief executive? What do you do? What kind of power do you have?
It's mainly the policy decisions are being made in the cabinet. The cabinet consists of the president convenes the cabinet. His 2 vice presidents will be there, including myself and 2 vice chief executives, and then the ministers in independent departments. What I'm chairing is the Council of Ministers, led by me, but all ministers, and the implementation of policies made in the cabinet level in execution of, it's mainly executive work, what I do. It was not envisaged in our constitution. It is based on the agreement which was signed between President Ghani and myself. It is working.